Good evening, Web3 TV. I'm Ornella Hernandez, and tonight I'm in Dubai in the DIFC at an event co hosted by Coinvesting and Cambridge AI Studio. I am with one of the speakers tonight, Shahebaz. How are you tonight?
Hi, Ornella. I'm doing great. It's nice weather in Dubai, so doing fantastic.
It is. It's super nice out. So, you are from Snorkel AI. Can you give us a brief overview? Pretend you're giving a pitch and
Yep,
tell us what it is.
yep. Snorkel AI is a data-centric platform. So we
Okay.
have a software called Snorkel Flow. So we are the pioneers of it. So Snorkel as a company, as a technical product, started a decade back out of Stanford AI lab that was transformed into a company, and that's what Snorkel AI today is. And we are also under Forbes top 50 companies to watch for. So it's amazing to work for the company, and we work on data-centric data development as an AI data platform.
Okay, right. So you described it as an AI data development platform to help other AI centric companies
Correct.
succeed. So, how do you do that exactly?
Yep. So one of the biggest problem the organizations have is they have data sitting in silos. They have raw data
Hmm.
that, and machine learning works in a way that you have to be able to use this data to train models. Now
Right.
there is a huge gap being able to use that raw data to be able to get that to a value stage. And Snorkel exactly helps you go from that raw data to be able to actually use and deliver value to the business. So as you know, like data is like the new generation's oil. So
Yeah.
everything works on data. So that's what we help solve the problem and deliver value.
Okay, and what are some other challenges within the AI industry that either you address or you think should be addressed?
Yep. So there are like two challenges that I see is like one is hype. So there is a lot of hype with
Yeah.
respect to LLMs, chat GPTs, and there is also like unrealized value in terms
Mm.
of many basic approaches like supervised learning. So I think like last year was very informative year, a lot of learnings where a lot of organization stress tested and understood that LLMs can't solve everything. Like
Okay.
chat GPT can't solve everything, and
Right.
you need still specialized expertise to be able to solve that niche problems within the industry, and that's what Snorkel AI also really helps in. So we take organizations data, turn that to organizations value, and then create business impact.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like you said, there was a race or so, or the hype felt made it feel like all these companies, tech giants, were just racing to come out with their own LLM models, language processing models, and now GPT kind of put it on the map. AI is nothing new, right? But everyone started talking about it. Everybody started using it. It amassed millions of followers faster than Instagram, Spotify, as we learned tonight. So yes, hype exists.
Hype
It will,
is real.
yeah,
Yep.
hype is real. But how can we look past that hype to come up with some more real world use cases?
Yep. So I always like center around like the pain points in the business. I think that's the center to like problem solving. So what's taking a lot of time today? So what's blocking me for me to be able to deliver that value? And we see a lot of organizations trying out this LLMs and all the generative AI tech to be able to throw the problems at it and look for an answers, and they are hitting roadblocks or they're blocked. So the real I would say the metric that I would track is the pain point. Like,
Mm.
are your analysts spending more time? More is a very big keyword. Or do you want to develop something that is not ready yet? Or do you have a process that you would want to finish within a year or two because you have to meet the compliance regulation check from the government? So all of these are like pain points, and I would say like come from that pain points approach from the business use case and what's driving value,
Mhm.
and then focus on technology rather than hey, I want to use chat gpt in everything.
Mm.
That's like unrealistic, and I know like hype is driving us like hey, like this is an AI a kind of like world and you use AI for everything.
Yeah.
So a very good simile would be like you would use katana to be able to do katana sword fight, and you would use knife to be able to cut the fruit. You can't use, yes, you can technically use, but it is not feasible to be able to solve that business problem.
Okay, so we don't need AI for everything. Not everything needs to be automated.
Yep.
Would you
We
agree?
do not need LLMs for everything.
Ah, okay.
You can use still smaller language models, small fine-tuned LLMs, or small machine learning. But you are also correct in that sense. Like not every problem needs to be AI-centric to be solved. But yep, you have to see the pain points and they are a solution.
Would you like to live in like a fully AI enabled world?
Yeah, I would like I live and breathe in this world, so this is like
Yeah.
also my bread and butter. So I would love to live, given we are proceeding with all the ethical safety and guardrails. That's also a big topic
Yes.
of today's time.
Yeah.
That hey, there is AI out there. How are we able to leverage that and still make sure people's lives and everybody is safe?
Yeah. How can we program models and tools to be more truthful, to be more ethical, to be less biased?
Yep. So in more of those sense, like we might have to take like a step back in terms of that approach. Currently, there are not, I would say, research frontiers going well enough on solving the ethical things of problem.
Mhm.
So we really need some like ground set of rules to be able to like be fair representation in terms of data sets out there, models out there, and also really usability of it. I know there are certain governments taking steps coming up with regulation, but I think that's first and great start for what's the AI world is going to be like.
Definitely. All right. And then do you have a preference when it comes to these text generating models? ChatGPT,
Yep.
Claude, Gemini.
Yep.
Do you
So
like one more than the other?
yeah. So it's so I would again like go based on the value that it provides.
Okay.
So let's say that in a day-to-day life, like yes, I subscribe to ChatGPT and I use it, but there are few cases Gemini Pro 1.5 is better, so I would resort to that. There are some cases where tiny models like Gemma, Mistral does work for me, so I go ahead with that. So it really depends on what you really need. Just like every other thing is also the same.
Right. Okay. And to finish off, can you just tell us what's the best way for someone to get in touch with you and to learn more about Snorkel AI?
Yep. So I'm available on LinkedIn. So that's where I'm highly active. So you can send me a connection and we could chat all things about chatbot, AI, and AI apocalypse, and everything
No,
that has to
I
do
don't
with
want an AI
AI.
apocalypse. Well, thank you. I'll call you in case I need help, all
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thanks. Thanks.
And stay tuned for more interviews coming out of today's event.